Hello and welcome, my friends. It is I, Jaffa. If you can't hear in the background, the sirens
From the creator of Sam and
barely
Cat and Henry
started
Danger
off.
comes a brand new show.
And I had Twitch up so I can check to see what's happening here. Give me just a minute to get through this, looks like a Disney Channel commercial. And then I will check to make sure that my voice is coming through. That looked like Gary Coleman. Looked like a young Gary Coleman. And Nickelodeon, of course. And then I will check to make sure that my voice... Haha, alright. So, guys, we have a special treat. Diol and I have been working on the server. This right down here is the new spawn. That right there is the only area that you can spawn in on new spawn. And then there's a portal right there that immediately takes you to the Nether. If you was to go back through, you'd end up down there in our Atlantis base. And then you see this great big dirt stuff. Well, Diol's been busy up here. He's on right now. You can see him right there. He is on voice with us as well, so if you hear him, don't panic. You're not going crazy. But, yeah, we're just sitting here tearing down the doors because the system broke on us. He built Tango Tex. What was it, Diol? The Iron Titan?
Yeah, a modified version of Tango Tex Iron Titan.
Alright.
Just
So,
size, just thinner.
yeah, so he didn't do the full Iron Titan. There's no way that... I think there's like 7 of us on the server now. There's no way we could possibly use that much. Of course, we could try, couldn't we, Deal?
Well, if I start using it as building blocks, so yeah, I'll use all of it.
So anyway, yeah, something broke on us, so we're having to tear this whole thing down and rebuild it. We don't know why, but yeah. And the reason why I want to give credit where credit is due is I've been off for basically a week, and when I hop back on, Diol and M were talking on the chat. There's one of our new guys, Night Ray Jack. Anyway, Diol and M were talking, and they're talking about how this broke. And I'm like, it's built. So, yeah, Diol has been, like, super busy.
I had a lot of late nights where I was just bored, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to spend my time on Minecraft. And then all of a sudden, it just manifested itself.
Well, I've been wanting to do a co-op with you for quite some time. And I know we did the co-op down there at the building the spawn thing. But, yeah, this is a my first stream co-op. This is my first recorded co-op, so special little treat for my viewers. It's going to be kind of a boring episode. I hope that you guys get used to the boring episodes, because they will happen. Somehow I picked up one of your slabs there, Deal.
No,
Anyway,
that's alright. Just don't waste any of the resources. I must have it all.
Anyway, for the viewers, yeah, it's going to be kind of boring because I'm not going to be doing a showcase on Eldersdale. I've completed all of the outside of Eldersdale, the walls anyway. The big mural that I have on the floor, of the top floor, that's not done. The landscaping still has to be done. And thanks to Diol and M, I now have an absolute ton of redstone. And with this here, when this starts working again, producing iron, I will be able to produce the hoppers and finish that sorting system down in the base. So, yeah.
Well, it's amazing what you can do with a Fortune 2 diamond pick in a few hours.
Yeah, I have a Fortune 3 pick, but still, you're lucky to find the things. I'm not.
I'll just show you what I do. It's just knowing how to mine and mine efficiently.
It's getting lucky is what it really is, because I know how to mine. Okay, so what's next on the agenda? Building the outrigging, the wing.
Yep, I just gotta build the wing. I need to find this center line is where we'll be placing the first doors again once we get villagers back up in the spots. But I gotta build the wings out. There's going to be 2 prongs going off in this direction over here.
Okay.
And then we'll have to place a small nest for villagers. And basically what's going to happen is we're going to place a door right here in this first block. It's going to be our first village.
Right, I remember that from the
Yep.
video.
And we'll go all the way down to the end once I have it built, place a door, and then we'll just slowly start walking them up. And that's the most time-consuming portion of this, is doing the walking.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
so,
we have 2 here.
actually, yeah, that should make it a lot faster. What are you using to build the wings? Okay, you're using those.
I have a lot of wood.
Didn't need to know that. Okay, do you have all of those slabs, or is there more wood down here?
Oh, there's a lot more wood down there.
Okay.
I made a diamond axe and just kept farming dark oak trees and just completely filled up 2 double chests full.
You know, I thought for sure that someone just minutes ago, minutes before I started recording, said that making any kind of axe above a stone axe is just waste of materials.
It is, unless you plan on using that entire axe, and I did. I'm not going to I don't like storing an axe on my inventory slot because I hardly ever have to go down and chop a tree because I'm always spending my time either building something or in the mines. So I don't like wasting an inventory slot for a little old axe. So I'll make it a really small one that'll break easily, and then I can just discard it without worry of wasting a diamond. Technically, but
I do actually do the same basic thing. It's just fun to give you a razz of shit. Okay, why the full block there?
Minecraft still has its glitches where every time you place a half slab, sometimes it glitches onto the bottom, and I just don't care to replace it. And since this entire wing is temporary, it doesn't really matter.
I thought we discussed that we're going to make this permanent.
But once it's fully up and running, after a while, so after a week or 2 of it running without any issues, we still have good enough drop rates to keep that portal down there running. I do plan on taking it down. There's still no use to it, and all these resources are renewable. So
which is why you just go ahead and leave them in place, because they're not costing you anything. They can be replaced really super easy.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go out 11 blocks. And then...
I should be counting then.
Yes. Or just keep going out, and I will join up with you with this special line right here.
Oh.
This is where our first row, first jump is going to be at, and we're going to surround it with more wooden blocks. I'll go ahead and let you do that.
Okay.
And then from here, we're going to go out an additional 30 blocks.
Now, when surrounding, you don't need the full end caps, just what I'm doing here, right?
Yeah, I like putting the end caps on just because makes it easier so you can walk around the door just in case.
Oh, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. I have an axe in my thing, and I'm still trying to break wood with my fist. Now, the other thing that I like to do at all times is light.
Yes, we will need to light this area.
So anyway, for my viewers, we are building this in survival. We're using survival to build this, even though we're both ops, and we could cheat and, you know, opt in or opt. We could use our op power and creative anything in, but we're building this out of survival. And the only thing that we're going to put in, because it broke and we had villagers up in these two things, we had to kill them all in order to try and fix this. That is the only thing that we're going to be putting back in with spawn eggs.
That's because breeding those little things took a ridiculous amount of time, and the fact that I put all that effort into doing it and getting them up here, I'm not just no. Just all matters of no.
Yeah. So for the viewers, yeah, we are doing this legit, with the exception of the
Aww.
cool.
He finally found out how to breed a cow. I'm so proud of him.
Well, it's breeding a cow after you've killed one.
Well, he has killed many.
I haven't seen his stuff, so.
He spent most of his time in the mines, relearning. He hasn't played since the early days of Minecraft, so there's a lot of stuff he's had to learn. And so he's been spending most of his time down in the mine, getting the diamond and the resources. I showed him my way of mining, and he's been able to get himself some diamonds. I really pissed him off because he spent over 8 hours and couldn't find a thing. I go over to his base, drop down to the levels I mine at, and within the first 5 minutes, I had over 20 diamonds sitting in my inventory, and go,
yeah,
all right, here you go.
It's more about luck, and you are lucky.
I'm not lucky. I just know how to. I just know what to do.
Luck. It is
Why
not
level?
skill.
Why level 11?
It is not skill. It is luck. You are one of the luckiest guys I've met.
I just know what I'm doing.
At this game, how's that? I'll
Yeah.
qualify that. Okay, so what are we doing next?
Now we have to go down and get our doors. Lots and lots of doors. Do you still have all those doors that you broke down?
Yes. I have every one of them that I broke down.
All right, cool. Let me get rid of these slabs. We are going to need a lot more doors again. Also, I'm going to need one more stone axe.
Throw a couple into your body here.
Oh, thank you. We're going to need a lot more than that. The doors that you broke down are going to be the ones on those wings that are the permanent doors. We got to make some oak doors again,
Right.
so that we know which ones are temporary and which ones are not. So let me...
Why not just make them all out of the dark oak? We don't care, and then we just tear down the ones that we know are temporary.
It's just easier to spot. And, you know, laziness.
Two different playing styles.
It's easier to spot two different door types instead of having to go, okay, if I look at this line right here, I know that these need to be broken and these don't. It's just easier that way.
Yeah.
For me, at least.
Yeah, like I said, two different playing styles.
And I should have the doors here in a second. I think
Okay,
6
I'm gonna
stacks.
head back up. Did you ever fix this thing about the stuff falling down
Stuff falling down.
into the hoppers?
No, that'll be fine. I took a look at how much we have, and with two of us here, like, with all those dirt blocks in there, we have about 7 hours. But with two of us here, we won't take nearly as that
What
long.
do you mean that it triggers something to go into the...
Well, there is a comparator right off of
Yes,
the...
I'm looking.
There's a comparator coming off right of the hoppers. So when it sees you have the poppies there, and when it sees something fall in, it triggers that comparator, and it will send a redstone signal down. and trigger it to
Problem solved.
not that one. It's these ones. There won't need to be worried. You see how many dirt blocks are in there?
This one right here, that I'm looking at, is the one that sends the trigger for the pulse. These are the ones that do the separating. That one's the only one that stuff could fall in and cause the pulse to send.
Oh, it's because I had that and that. Okay, well then, yeah, those dirt blocks aren't necessary.
What do you mean they're not? You just triggered it because it fell down into the hopper.
It's alright.
Oh my god.
It's coming through the hoppers, and I was like, okay. I was doing my test. I was trying to give myself more than just 7 hours. It only took me about an hour by myself, doing all the doors and waiting and timing. You think grinding in the mines to get diamonds is time consuming? No, placing these doors by yourself, that was like, oh my god. Okay.
And what's funny is you're talking about grinding away in a mine, and what's one of the things that I like to do?
Grind away dully in a mine.
Yep. Okay, so we need ceilings out here. Roof
Yes.
lines.
We need roof
Too high,
lines. Right? Yep, too high, and then the roof. And we also have to do that across the midsection. I'm going to go over here, and in the same line where the villagers are, we're going to have another villager nest right out here in between these two.
Build that extra nest. I'll get this.
Oh,
Does this need to be too wide for the doors?
Yeah. Yes. What I did, just to be sure, is I placed it 3 wide.
But 3 wide makes it counter... yeah, 3 wide... how does that work? Did you fall?
Yeah, I was holding I was holding shift, but it just like tossed me right off. So I'm so with the direction, it depends on the direction you're placing the doors. So what we're gonna have to do is when we're placing it, we're gonna have to look out in the direction of the wing, in the direction that the wing's made, and then place the door. So we need the mid and the far block.
Okay. So we don't need these blocks that I'm just placing right now.
Right.
You know, I think I have a stone spoon. Yeah, I have a stone spoon.
I'll be up in a minute. I'm just having to swim. Hopefully these guardians don't spot me. I mean, they don't.
That would suck.
They don't hurt, but
They don't feel good either.
Yeah, they're just a nuisance. And the fact that wearing diamond armor, they still do a heart of damage.
It's funny. They don't hurt. They just do damage.
Know what I mean? There's not a lot of damage. It's just that tiny nuisance, that little prick, just always in your side.
What movie was that? Avengers or Iron Man? It's amazing how annoying a little prick can be.
Yep, that was Iron Man 2, the Senator pinning.
Yes, that's right.
Pinning Tony Stark for all the good he did.
It's amazing how annoying a little prick can be. Yes, yes, yes. And me being so old, yeah, I can say that about all you young guys. Let's see, I don't have any more dirt.
Yeah, I'll just put some cobble up there.
Oh. Okay.
It's not like it's an
unrenewable. Gravel.
Oh yeah, totally. If you want to put gravel down, by all means.
Okay, so what are you doing now? Oh, you're building the, yeah, what do you call it? The nest.
Yep. I have to line this up perfectly centered on them. Because it has to be the same level as all the others.
Just get up there and tell you the XYZ.
I mean,
You know, there's 2 people, so I can give you the chords.
that would work.
Negative 1063. That looks like it, yeah.
I like eyeballing it.
Yeah, you do things the hard way. Oh, yeah, we need cover over this stuff too. Let me go down and get some more dirt. I almost wish you had a safe fall here.
It is. There's a giant pool of water right beneath us.
You don't have ladders back up.
That is as safe as it gets around here.
Okay. Well, there's a little bit of dirt. It's not going to be enough. Oh, that will be, though.
It'll be alright. It looked a lot neater when I was doing it the first time, but having to come in through a second time, I just do not care for how crappy it looks right now.
Well, it doesn't matter on how neat it looks. Once it's working, we'll make it look neater.
Once it's working, I don't plan on touching it again because I don't want to break it.
Well, like I've always said, I prefer the function over the form. I prefer to have. I guess we only need them on these strips, right?
Yep. You got to go up 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where the roof needs to be.
Why?
Those mechanics.
If it's a temporary roof, this will be high enough.
Don't question the Tango Tech. Tango Tech knows what he's doing. Tango Tech said it needed to be this high for the temporary roof. That just makes things easier. I do not
see that for the permanent roof.
It is a temporary roof. Once we have it built, there's no need for the roof. I'm not even kidding. I built the first time. The first time I built it out of stone, and he goes, "This roof is temporary. Go ahead and take it off." I was like, "You serious?" So that's why it's wood now.
Yeah, but think about it. We don't even need all this extra here. No, this is not needed. Even if we kept it at this height, we only need them over these doors right here.
We need them over all the doors because the entire thing has to be registered as villages, and we're going to have a total of 16 villages.
Where are the doors going to be down here? I thought they were only going on this strip.
No. That's where the start of them are. That entire platform area with all the dark oak dirt and those colored strips, that entire area will be filled with doors. It's just at the start, about halfway through, the entire center line will be filled with doors. That center line has to have glass on top. The middle strip has to be glass.
Or another transparent block.
Exactly.
How hard is it to kill an Enderman?
It is very hard to kill an Enderman.
Do you think I could right now?
No, it isn't.
Yeah, you might be able to. You might also die. You just have to place like 2 block space and then 3 by 3 up at the top and then stand under as you're whacking away at his feet. That's Night Ray Jack that I'm talking to, by the way.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know who that is.
I know who that is now. Yeah.
Alright, let me go down and grab those transparent blocks. We're about, yeah, we're to that point.
Yeah, you're at that point. I'll just continue to fill this cell in, and I swear this is wrong. It does not need to be this high.
He said 6 blocks up from the base level for the 32 standard village version, and 10 blocks up for the 64. You can watch the video later and verify. Oh, dang it. I used all the glass for the... I will be back. I have to go run and get glass. I only have 11 glass.
There's got to be other transparent blocks that we could use.
Yeah, but none that are here with me right now.
Oh.
I only have 11 glass left over because
Well,
I
while
want
you're there, get your carpet that you were talking about.
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. I would have had to have gone all the way back there and again for nothing. Wait, I wonder if Atlantis has any spare glass left over.
I don't know. I haven't went in and looked to see what's in there.
It's beautiful and empty. We were going to have a items storage system. What we were going to do for the farm is leave the main building and just drain part of the water and have the guardians fall down into the city itself. Since the building's already here, we just have to have them fall into the building, and that's where they would be farmed. So we still have a workspace. It still looks like an Atlantis-style city. Just the guardians are falling into the building itself.
Well, I don't know if that's possible. I mean, in order to get the guardians to follow, you would have to do cascading signs, which, you know, is not that difficult. It's very easy to do. But, yeah, you wouldn't. It doesn't look very good from the top. So you wouldn't have a
that's why we're
looking building.
That's why we're going to use reeds. Reeds stack up if you place them on top of each other.
Yes, but do they stop water?
Yeah.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, one of the tricks we used when going down here to take over this city was we took a bunch of reeds with us, and when you place a reed block down, you place a dirt block and then a reed block. If you have a high enough space, you place enough 2-stack high reeds, now you're breathing because it pushes all the water aside.
Well, you can do the same thing with the torch. Throwing a torch against a wall.
Yep. We only had to use it in emergency cases because when we came down here to take it over, we had water breathing potions. We each had like 8.
Okay, well, my stream is done, so I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to the YouTube audience. I'm going to continue streaming. But I am going to go ahead and stop the YouTube from recording. So the streaming audience will actually see me stop streaming, and then I'll be back on. But guys, I want to thank you for joining this very special stream. If you have not seen Deal, do you record in YouTube yet?
Not at the moment. Still.
Okay.
Working on the mechanics of it on my side. It will be an eventuality. Just gotta set schedules for it.
Well, guys, keep an eye out for when Diol hops on to YouTube or streaming, and give him some love too. So, I thank you all for joining, and as always, my friends, may peace find you well.